Hi, everybody. Welcome back to
Welcome
our episode
back.
3 of Mind Yo
Yo business.
Bizzness. So a lot of good feedback from
Oh my gosh.
our last podcast. So we're great. We're so happy for all the feedback that we get. So I mean, it motivates us to come back here in front of these cameras and give you guys another
Do it all
episode.
over again. I mean, obviously, if it wasn't good the first two episodes, we didn't get canceled yet. I guess
Yeah, yeah.
that's a good sign. So, episode 3, and we apologize. It's been a minute since we did our last episode, almost 2 weeks ago, I think it was.
I know the goal was to do it every Thursday. We
Oh my
apologize for that.
goodness.
We've been trying to figure it out, but just bear with us. We'll definitely have a better schedule for you guys. Definitely.
It's a little hard because we're trying to work this in between, our actual business, which is simply magical. And when we have pop-ups or like online drops and new products, I mean, you guys all know if you have a small business, it's kind of just like all over the place.
Mm.
So we try to fit these on the days that not only works best for us, but maybe even our special guests. So thank you guys for your patience.
Yes, thank you. So without further ado, let's get started.
So we already kind of started a little bit talking about everybody's reactions. Like I kind of want to dive a little deeper into that
Mhm.
because the last couple weeks, and we ran into a lot of our small business friends because we had a recent pop up. Um, but hearing so much feedback from people, I meant, wow, we were not expecting, I guess, as much. I guess for this podcast to connect with so many of you folks as it did. And we're so happy and grateful that it did, though.
Well, let me put it like this. We always get stopped by for like, oh, you guys are like Simply Magical. I've never gotten stopped by like by someone and be like, oh, you guys are the one who do the podcast. So like
Yes. Now people
being
are like,
yeah,
oh, you do the podcast. I'm like, oh, I guess that's us now. Yes.
yeah.
We
So I
do
guess
the
we get
podcast.
recognized for two different things, Simply Magical and then now our podcast, which is awesome. We just started. Like
I know. It's a good sign. But so much good feedback. We hear you guys. We see you guys. I'm sorry if we haven't responded back to everybody's messages and comments, but we see you and we definitely know that this podcast is needed. And thank you for reassuring us that we're going the right direction with this.
yes. A lot. Yeah. Okay.
So let's talk about okay, before we dive into the episode, we learned some things from these last two episodes. I'm going to start with the funny things, okay? I learned first off, after doing this podcast, the first two episodes, that my right side is better than my left. I'm sitting on this side of the camera right now. I did it the first episode, but I'm like, okay, I think this is my good side. I got to stay on this side now. But that's just jokes. Second, you guys, my husband, like, editing our videos, our podcast last time, he just kept ragging on me because my laugh. I guess I have a very like loud laugh. And right now I'm being very like mellow. I'm kind of taking it down a level because every time I laugh, I guess it spikes up really hard. So he literally has to manually go in and like turn my laugh down every single time. So I have to come up with a more dainty laugh, like I don't know.
Yeah. It wasn't fun, guys. I mean, I think in the
I'm gonna
Kiala
try.
video was like an hour long, and then every time her like laugh spiked, I had to like, oh, I don't want to like have you guys' ears bleed, so
I know.
I had to definitely tone it down.
It's hard. Anybody that knows me in person knows that I fly my head back and I just like laugh with my mouth wide open. That's just like my Puerto Rican / Hawaiian side. I'm very loud when I laugh. But I'm gonna try to take it down a notch this time. Well, what about you?
Um, so yeah, so she's just talking about like changes that we're making and changes that we learned. I guess one of the changes that I made, that our friends were pointing out was that one, my feet kept showing. I thought that was fine, but I guess not. So today I'm wearing shoes, and then another thing was I guess like sometime like I don't know my crotch. I don't know. So we have the cameras kind of angled differently, and I'm also wearing
He's
pants.
wearing longer pants today,
Yeah.
guys. I warned him the first time. I'm like, what are you doing wearing those booty
I don't know.
shorts?
Hey, I don't care, by the way, guys.
He
I
wears
don't
it
care.
to the
I'm
gym.
super comfortable the way I am. That's just how I am. So I'm just laid back. It is what it is.
So we might create like a OnlyFans version showing his feet and crotch next time.
No,
I'm
no,
just
no.
yeah, but we're like, oh, okay. So,
Also, wait, I want to say something. Also, guys, I
oh
don't
my
know if you guys saw
gosh,
this in the video, but now we have our own cups.
look at this. It's official now. We have our own cups.
Yes. How awesome is this, by the way? Okay, so I'll make this really quick. But side note, so these were given to us by Reese Resins, and we talked. Kiala talked about a little bit about her in the last podcast, and Reese Resins is actually a really good friend of ours. She's one of the small businesses that
Amazing.
kind of just clicked with us, and we love her. And this is one
Her
of the
gift
things
to
that she
us
sells. And
for
why don't you show
um
them yours?
this is our design, one of our designs. Mine's is more prettier than Preston's because he's a little plain Jane. He's not cool like me. So I got the cutesy one.
Yeah, I mean it's cool because it's our pattern. She put our pattern on it, and then she put our logo on it. She's awesome, and
Yeah,
she
she
came
does a
by.
bunch of these types of cups, different designs. I don't know if she just
Yeah, so
customizes
like
it.
mine is in a tall can, and then
Mine's is like actually like a little water cup
she's just
lid.
using it as a cup, and then it just has water in it.
Yeah, water for my
So
throat.
very first versatile, and I don't know, it's really awesome. I was kind of blown away. So thank you, Reese,
Thank
for our gift.
you. Now we just need to get like Mind Your Business blankets made or
True,
something.
this is true.
And as you notice, we're in a totally different setting today. So we have moved rooms. It's a little spacious here, and we love it.
Yeah,
And the other thing,
yeah. Let us know. Let us know in the comments if you guys like this kind of background. There's a lot of room, and I don't know. I'm digging it. I like it. So let us know if you like this room or you like the previous room.
I don't know if it matters to them, but it matters to us. And then the other thing, so we are wearing, if you can't tell, all camel. So we have like matching camel pants. And it's special because today online we launched our camel mama and dad hat. So that's what we're wearing right now. That's what Kiala wore in her last episode that we didn't
Yeah,
really
I don't know.
announce to
Yeah,
anyone
I don't
yet.
know if you guys caught that, but that was a
That was a little sneak peek.
unreleased sneak peek hat that we gave to her.
I
She loves it.
know. So yeah, that's why we're a little mix or matchy matchy today. It's just to rock our hats. We were talking about it. I'm like, we're not sponsored yet. Wink, wink. Anybody want to sponsor us? So I'm like, it's technically
Well,
sponsored by
technically, yeah.
Simply Magical. So
And
we
now
have
we're
to.
sponsored by ourselves.
So
Simply
we're sponsoring
Magical.
ourselves.
I know the last time she was scolding me because I was wearing like another hat, and she's
I was
like,
like,
"You gotta wear our hats." Hello.
I know. Yeah. So I'm like currently sponsored by Simply Magical. But if there's anybody else that wants to sponsor us, let us know. Um, but yeah, let's. I think that's about it. Did we touch? Oh, okay. I think that was the big thing. So in this episode, it's just us. As you can see, we're gonna have a guest in our next episode. But for this episode, we really want to dive into some of the questions that we got from you folks on our announcement post on Instagram. So we'll dive into a couple of those questions. Um, but yeah, and honestly, I want to touch. This is the very first question. I think is the most important question, and I want to start off with this one because Main Street Magical Market. If you haven't heard of them, they run a Disney-inspired market, like quarterly,
Magical inspired. Market.
magically inspired market. It is. Sorry, we don't say the D word on here. Take that out. Take that out. Anyways, but we love that market so much, and this is actually from a question from them. Where do I subscribe? You guys, I'm not joking because this is such an important question. So as I mentioned, we don't get sponsored. We don't get paid. If anything, we're donating, time and money to doing these podcasts because we know how important it is to the community. We wanted to do something like this for everybody. And we're so glad we can do something like that. So the best way people can help, Mind Your Business grow is by subscribing to our channel. The only reason why I say that is because if we can get to 1,000 subscribers, we can monetize the channel and it'll hopefully help, pay off some of the fees that we pay with renting out the studio and all of that, and maybe even upgrading our equipment that we have. So that's one free, easy way that you folks can definitely help and contribute towards. It would just be subscribing to our YouTube channel because we have so many people on Instagram that are following us and stuff, which is great too. But what really matters is the subscribers on YouTube. So in order for you to, I guess they call it the creator program or something, you need 1,000 subscribers. So that's our first goal.
Yeah, I mean, super free, easy. If you guys like watching our podcast, please. If you guys don't even have like a YouTube account, just go ahead and make one.
Actually, you make 10 of them.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, we just need the
what?
subscriber count. So
Go on your grandma's account, go on your brother's account, and subscribe to this channel. It'll help us out.
Yeah, that would be amazing because, like Alex said, yeah, like this is just like we're donating our time and money, and it would help us out for sure. And we can just start with that, subscribing. Thank you guys.
Okay, so shall we dive into it?
Yeah.
Okay. So some of the questions that we got, we kind of talked or answered a lot of those questions already in our first maybe 2 episodes. There's more questions that we saw that we wanted to save for another episode, which would be here. And then if you don't hear any of your questions yet, don't worry, we're going to get to them in future episodes for sure. So, one of the first questions that we got was from Stacen. She asked, what started the two of you to decide that this is what you wanted to do together as a small business? Like, what was your inspiration or motivation? I think we kind of talked about
To
this
start
before.
Simply Magical or to start Mind Your Business?
Start this business. Decide that this is what you want to do together as a small business. Yeah, this one. Small.
Mind Your Business.
No, Simply Magical.
Simply Magical. Oh, I think we talked about Mind Your Business. I think we talked a little bit about how, like, why we started Simply Magical. I
Oh,
I think I don't
no,
know.
I think we did. So we basically just like a short recap was
Yeah, just
that,
we can just do a summary of it.
or do you want to give the summary?
Sure. Um, I was a stay-home dad. Well, stay home basically. Alex worked full time, and so
Well,
like,
why don't we ask that question? Why are you a stay-at-home dad? Why not?
oh, okay. So we both agreed as parents that we didn't want to like have somebody else watch our kids. I think me and Alex both we kind of grew up like both parents worked. My dad worked mornings and my mom worked nights, and I barely saw like my parents, and the only time we would see each other is on the weekends. So I think me and Alex both agreed that like one of us like we're blessed that Alex was able to work while I stay home and still financially provide for us. So we decided that it would make sense for one of us to stay home and care for our kids and spend time with our kids. Because of like how we grow. Like that's just what we believe in. Instead of like paying some person. I mean, I'm not trying to dog on and like babysitters and stuff, but like we just personally we wanted to spend that time. Our daughter is like 3 years old and we barely like she grew up in like a blink of an eye, and
It happened so fast.
yeah, but I'm so glad that I got to spend that time like watching her grow up. So that's the main reason why like I just like we decided for me to stay home.
Yes. So, and the other thing is like I think that the other part of this question was why simply magical, like this actual business that we did. So, I think well, I initially started it at first because I was so inspired by so many other small businesses around us. And I was always into like the home decor realm, and we have really good creativity. Like we like artsy, creative kind of projects between Preston and I. So, do you want to go into like how, I don't know, your past and like how you're creative, like growing up?
Oh sure. I mean, like Alex said, we're both very creative. I think we're just born this way. I grew up with like I love drawing.
Hmm.
In anytime like in starting in middle school, I took like ceramics or some type of art class. I always signed up for those as my what do you call those, like extra classes?
Oh, extracurriculum or something?
I don't know. I can't think of the word right now.
Okay.
But anyways, I would always sign up for like some type of art class, and in high school, um I basically took on graphic designing, and that's where I kind of like got the inspiration to do like designing. Like I graphic designing was basically we were like designing stuff, printing shirts and stuff like that. That was like actually that was my dream back then. It was to be a graphic designer and to have my own like shirt company. Just a little like tidbit about myself, and then that creativity carried on. I started to learn all these like you know different programs and stuff like that. For I even took like a short class online, like a short like college class online for graphic designing as well. And I don't know, I just loved like designing things. So that's kind of like where I like started.
It's crazy because his passion, I remember when we were talking about businesses and what we wanted to do, his passion was always to launch a t-shirt business, right?
Yeah.
So, I mean, that was a passion. And then we kind of talked about it.
We talked about it. I think realistically, I think Alex, the way she thinks more in the future, and she's just like, is having a t-shirt business like feasible? Like, is it hard? Like, you're going against like all these like different companies here already. Like, can you like realistically like could you do it? And like at the time I didn't like. Yeah, it was hard. I must admit, like the ideas weren't flowing as much, and the competition in Hawaii was pretty big. So I was just like, you know what, you're probably right. Let's just put that in the back burner for now. What's the next idea?
So, I mean, believe it or not, hats was not part of our first list of ideas that we wanted to launch
No.
at all, if anything. So, yeah, we already mentioned to everybody we went into woodwork or woodworking and stuff like that. So, that was a channel we dabbled into just because I liked magically inspired decor, for example. And we have a house. We bought a house, and I just wanted to make it look nicer because I realized, Ross and TJ Maxx and Target sometimes have cute stuff, but it's very basic. And I'm just like, oh, how do I spruce up our decor a little bit more? So that's why I wanted to do Simply Magical. Um, what else is there?
Yeah, I mean, no, we bought a laser. We started
Well,
making
let's
home
talk
decor.
about that. So let's step back. So you guys, we bought a laser machine. Someone asked us, one of the questions was, from Shankai, how much money should someone save to start a business in Hawaii? Like initial costs and all that stuff. Like that's so hard to answer because it depends on what you want to do, right? And how that's how you determine like
But
how
it's like
much.
asking like how much money should you save for like a house, like
It depends on what kind of house you want. Like a 2 bedroom, you want a 5 bedroom
or a
house
car,
or
like
a
whatever it
condo.
is in your life.
But this one was a big investment, so we pulled the trigger on this, and it was I think what was it? I think it was like about $14,000 investment, guys, for this machine. This is not no itty bitty cricket laser or not even a cricket, but a tiny laser. This is like a big industrial machine that we invested in, which is a lot of money. Somebody won't, typical people won't be like, oh, I've never done this before. Let me just spend
Oh
$14,000 on
yeah,
a machine.
we had no. So it was hard. We went back and forth trying to decide like should we get this laser? Should we get this laser? I think like
Yeah.
every day she kept asking me, and I was just like, I don't know.
Oh, it took like 6 months, guys. This is
Yeah,
not an easy. It wasn't like, oh, let's just drop our money.
yeah.
Like it took 6 months going
And
back
then
and forth.
we didn't have any like education in all this stuff. Like everything was new to us. I mean, we're kind of tech savvy, like I feel like a little bit than the average person, but like okay, so we got the laser, and then like we didn't know like there's a software to it. There's so much things, and we're just
Oh,
like
and
on every day.
we had to prep our garage. Like that was another additional how much money we had to spend
Oh
to
yeah,
redoing our whole entire garage just to put this laser in there.
and we ripped out our whole garage. We epoxied the floor. Like
Added
that was a
AC because the laser can't
added
sit
AC
in
in
hot
the
heat.
and then added like furniture and cabinets and all this kind of stuff. I
Ugh,
mean,
it was a
basically
lot of
made
money.
it like another like home, and introduced our new laser and brought it in, and then just went from there and started self teaching ourselves. Like we would watch YouTube videos
Yeah, it
every single
was.
day, going like giving each other feedback, like teaching each other, and to the point where we finally did like our very first project, which I think it was like a cutout of like our name or something or our last name. I think that was like the very first thing that we like cut on the laser.
Oh my gosh, you guys, this is the funniest story. Okay, so like after we got our whole laser situation, we got super excited. We started. I think maybe I'll put some pictures. I'm not sure of like our first projects. It was around Easter time, so we were like, oh, let's make cute like Easter decor. So we made all this Easter decor. And we asked our friends and family to follow us. I think we had like 300 something followers at the time, and we didn't do anything yet. We just were launching, and we asked our friends and family for their support. So it's mostly like friends and family, really.
Are you talking about our first launch?
Our first
I
launch.
mean,
Let's get
I
into
don't
it.
even. We call it our first launch, guys. This is like depressing. I think we only
I
had
know.
like 20 or 40 followers on our Instagram when
No,
we
it was
first.
300 at the time. Or was it one? Okay, I can't
No,
even
it was
remember
like
now.
less than that. And then we did like, oh, we're gonna like, oh, we made a bunch of products, and we're like, okay, or we came up with an Easter product, and we're just like, okay, we're gonna do like pre-orders, and then we open it up, and it's just family. And
It was really, I mean, like, okay, we
actually,
appreciate
I'm
our
gonna be
friends.
honest. I don't think one person ordered from us.
Yeah, no one that we knew ordered from us.
I think. Oh yeah, I think it was friends and family, and it was just
It was
like
like
little
one, like little Easter tags.
the
Yeah.
Easter name tags
But I
for your
remember
Easter
sitting
baskets.
there, like, I did all the marketing, putting out all the videos and posts. Like, oh my gosh, this is going to be like, it's dropping this day, guys. Like, no one's responding, but I'm just thinking customers are just going to flock our website. Maybe it's invisible customers that didn't ever
But
respond
you
or
know
like our
what?
posts.
We should use this example, this story of us
Yes.
as an example to small businesses out there. who are
Yes.
maybe just
In the
starting
same boat as
in
we
the
were
same
before
boat,
when we
you
started.
know, launching your guys' first launch or whatever you're doing, and don't be discouraged. Just know that, like, there's so much room for growth, and be patient with yourself.
Yes, it's not going to happen overnight. And I think a lot of people go into it like, I'm going to launch my first product. It's going to happen overnight. I'm going to get like, I don't know, 50 something sales.
Yeah, like,
It doesn't happen like that at
mhm.
all, especially if online is your first launch. Like we didn't do it in person. We did do an in person one later, which will, or I guess, should we talk about that then? Yeah.
Sure.
So we did the online launch. That didn't go very well. And we pulled the trigger to
Doing
do
our
the,
very first craft fair,
where was it at?
Mililani High School.
Yes, the best.
And then I don't know. I tried to add videos and stuff. I don't know. I'll see if I can add a video of our Mililani High School craft fair. But that was our very first craft fair.
Nobody knew who we were.
Nobody,
But we had like a
nobody.
prime spot, man. Like we were right there at the corner. People had to pass our booth. And like we mentioned, and
Oh yeah, and then we were next to Kiala.
yeah, we were next to Kiala. And like that was our first one. I remember feeling so nervous, so anxious. I was trying to think, do we have everything? I don't know if the POS system was going to work because we've never tried it out. Like it was, oh my gosh, the most nerve wracking thing doing our first pop up.
Well, honestly, it's something funny. So like we did our first pop up, and those of you who come and shop with us now, like you know that you always see me, you always see my face. I'm running the cash register. I'm talking to you guys. Alex is usually handling like our line and stuff. But at this first craft fair that we
Oh,
did, it was just Alex and her friend Kainoa
he
that
was
were
non
running it.
existent. He was like a,
I don't know. I didn't want to. It was weird. I didn't want to be. I don't know. It was weird. Like I felt like I shouldn't be there. So I stood outside and
he
pretty
was
much
like a
in the
scout
sun.
or
Like
something.
yeah, I don't know. I just stood out analyzing everything.
He wasn't as interested in the business as much, I think, at that point.
No, I don't think the things that we were making at the time. It didn't feel like it unlocked my full like creativity and
Yeah,
potential.
and that probably was more my creativity, or like
Yeah,
what I liked, and it
yeah,
wasn't really so much what you wanted to do. Quite
correct. But I was
okay.
with it. I was trying to trust the process. Um, I think one of my ideas I did come up with was the peekaboo character signs,
Yeah.
and I thought those are super cute, and the people that bought it really loved it. I mean, shout out to anybody who has. I know there's a couple of you who actually have those peekaboo signs, so
Yeah.
appreciate because we don't do wood signs anymore.
Okay, wait,
So
let's call out some of the people that came to visit us at our very first pop up. So you guys would know them. So obviously it was Kiala from our last episode. We mentioned that.
Yala came up to us.
Crazy Ash Craft, shout out to her.
Ashley
She
said
came
hi to
by.
us
We're actually a
too.
big customer of hers already. That's why. So I don't know if I told her beforehand, but she came by to say hi. And I remember sitting there and telling her like, "Oh, I inspire to be like you one day."
And you know what? I forget that there was a our booth neighbor. I forget their name. I'm so sorry, but I
Oh,
remember she was so nice. She came. We were selling these personalized kid glasses,
oh
and
yes.
you could buy like this little charm, and you could we would super glue it on top of the corner for you. You pick your charm, you pick your glasses, and then we'd glue your character or whatever you pick on top of the sunglasses. And we told Auntie. Auntie came over here to come and buy one of the glasses, and we told her we're just letting you know that these are for kids, by the way. And she was like, I don't, it's fine with me. I'll wear it. So she picked her icon, we glued it on,
Really, I
and
didn't know
then,
that.
yeah, and then she put it on, and then like the rest of the craft fair, she was rocking, like she was wearing her glasses. And you know what?
Wait, what? I did not know that. She was wearing her little kid
Yeah,
glasses.
but
Oh
that's
my gosh,
awesome. I think
that's so
she,
cute.
like, I don't know, maybe in her head, she was just trying to like make us feel
Support.
comfortable, support us
Yeah.
in whatever way she could.
Okay. And then the other part of it was oh, Erin also from Butamochi. She's like one of Butamochi or Kiala's
Oh, that's right. Yeah. Thank you, Erin.
she yes, Erin. She's such a sweetheart. She bought our Stitch sign, I think it was. And she
Yeah.
always reminds us that she
Yeah.
still has it. But that was our very first one. But then what really hit us off on that, or a very big product, I think that kind of, I don't know, it was like the Stanleys and Awalas. We were doing engraves in Stanleys and Awalas. And that
That
one was
was
kind of like
our
flying
bread
off
and
the shelf.
butter.
Yeah, that was like our bread and butter, which was such an expensive investment. Can you imagine? Those things are like $30 to $45 each that we had to invest. Like, and we had to buy like 50 of them at a time. It's not cheap. And I'm like, oh my gosh, like, do we have to keep investing into these? But I mean, it helped us at the beginning for sure.
I think there were, yeah, and there was also like a hype too, like the Stanley hypes. I mean, everybody would like we would hear stories about like people like fighting over Stanleys at Target and stuff like that. So
Yeah, the Stanleys were still like very popular back then.
yeah,
But the other part of, and then I'm just gonna mention something because I thought this was like really funny. So our very first pop up, we had like family and friends come out to visit us, just to show support, and it was just funny because they all came at the same time, and we're like, oh, stand around our booth and make it look busy like your customers.
Oh my gosh. I know. I don't know.
I
We're
mean,
just
we
like,
we were actually pretty busy at the beginning, but then it started to die out later, and then that's when our family came. They're like, "Oh, we'll just stand here and pretend we're your customers, so more people come."
I know.
Oh, that was
I
so
mean,
funny.
our family and friends are amazing. They've been supporting us since day one. That was
Yeah.
day one, literally.
So our advice when you're first starting off, like, yeah, you might be relying on friends and family at the beginning, but that pop up, we actually gained, we actually gained customers. That's the first time we gained non-family and friends customers. So that was really great. I remember being so happy. Like when we went home that day, I'm like, oh my gosh, it was so good. That was so much fun. And by the way, I was like 4 months pregnant at the time too. So
Yep.
my feet was so swollen. Um,
That was a fun craft fair, I admit. And then that was just like the beginning of
Everything.
everything.
Yeah. So I mean, it doesn't need to like, now it's a lot different than where we were a year ago. Um, and then we had another pop up. I think it was at Pearl Harbor or something, and it was a similar kind of market.
They actually reached out to us at that Mililani
And
craft fair.
we were like, oh, they're so honored we're being asked to do a
And I
pop
think
up.
they only invited like, I don't know, a handful of us, maybe like 10 of us.
Yes.
So we're
No, less than that. But yeah.
oh,
Um, but yeah, and then we did more Stanleys around then, and I was so pregnant, and we didn't do anything after that. Right. So
I think we took a small break.
we took a small break in July and August. So really, I mean, I guess we started in April because that was our first initial pop up. We only did one more pop up in June, and then we didn't do anything else after that. We were pretty much like MIA because I gave birth in August. And when we gave birth in August, and then our next pop up that we actually were gonna do was Boo Bash,
Yep.
which is magically inspired market as well. And we did that. Not know this is like probably the first big one that we were gonna do, and we were so like
That was the
that was
first big
very
one.
nerve
Yeah.
wracking. I had just given birth August 17th to our youngest Aria, and then I think Boo Bash was like one
I think at
month
the time,
later
I
or
think at
three
the
weeks
time,
later.
like Boo Bash had a reputation for being like a really big, magically inspired market. Probably the only one at that time.
Yes, it was the only one at the
So
time.
anybody who wanted to shop in that realm, they knew to go to Boo Bash. Like Alex was giving me the details. I'm not a craft fair person. I mean, now I am obviously because I work for one, like work in one. But she used to give me all the details because I never went to craft fairs. She used to tell me I remember she was telling me like, you don't understand. Like Boo Bash is like we're gonna be busy. Like even though like you don't expect to be busy, just because the amount of people that
Well,
are there.
busier
That's
than what we're
why.
used to. Not like
Yeah.
busy, like crazy busy, but just busier than we've ever probably been is what
Yeah.
we were thinking. So we like, and it was handmade crafts back then. We were pumping things out on the laser. Like it was long nights. We had like our toddler. We had a 3-week-old newborn baby trying to prep for this market. It was a lot.
And still getting it.
But it was probably a really good decision because we did laser engraved stuff, and at the last second I was like, can we like try something different? Maybe we don't do just wood stuff, let's just do, I don't know, like mouse ear bucket hats. It was like the most random idea because I was thinking like, what do people have or don't have at this market? Because I always go to those markets. I've been going to those
Well,
markets.
let's talk about the mouse ear bucket hats.
Yeah.
You told me that the reason that you were inspired to do mouse ear bucket hats is because when everybody goes to Disney, everybody wears their
Oh
mouse
yeah.
ears, right? The headbands that Disney's or the D word that they sell. So I think well,
And
what Alex had told me or the idea was that every time we go to Disney, we're always wearing their headbands, and it always hurts my
oh
head.
my gosh, I get the
Or
worst migraines and
yeah.
headaches, guys. My whole life, I struggled with that. So wearing my hair up in a ponytail or even a clip or a bun, I get the worst migraines.
And don't get me wrong, they're super cute, especially now. Like the ear game, I think is definitely hype right now because they're coming out with like different ears and stuff
It's
like
so
that,
cute. It is.
interchangeable ears. And but anyway, so that was her idea was that it hurts my head. What is something else that we can wear with ears? So that's when she pulled the trigger with the bucket hats.
But then we also saw um, some, I guess, like they had hats too. And at first, we didn't know if we wanted to do baseball caps or bucket hats, but it just seemed easier to start with the bucket hats. I don't know, but
I think the bucket hats are like they're more cutesy.
yeah.
Like I'm not a I wasn't a bucket hat person before, but as soon as I put one on, I mean I felt like I looked good with a bucket hat. And honestly, any of our like our friends and our fans that like put on their bucket hats, I have to say when they once they put on that bucket hat, it's like
Oh my
a
gosh.
different person.
They look good in it. Everybody's like,
And I'm
I
not
don't, I'm
just
not a
saying
hat
it. I
person. Yeah.
promise you, like when you put on that bucket hat, it looks really nice on you guys.
I haven't had one person put on our bucket hat and been like, "Wow, this doesn't fit me." Everybody's like, "No, I have a big head." I'm like, "No, trust me. Even it looks good on people with small heads and big heads." Like, I don't know what it is. Like,
I
we
think
found the
we,
perfect like
yeah, yeah, yeah,
size.
yeah. I think. Oh, I'll give credit to Alex for finding that size. I think she found a good size that is
Oh,
kind
I
of
was
like a
ordering like bucket hats from Amazon. I went to
hmm
Walmart, Target. I was trying to find everything because our bucket hats, you guys, are so customized. Like, it wasn't a catalog item that they had. Like, we literally went panel by panel, measuring everything out to find
the perfect
the
fit.
perfect fit. Because I
Hmm
didn't want to manage sizes. I didn't want like a small, medium, large, extra large. Oh my gosh, no.
Yeah.
So we
So our
found
bucket hats are, I would say, is a one
one
size
size
fit
fits all.
most.
Yeah, most people. Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyways, so we came up with we wanted to do bucket hats, but I didn't want to do just any bucket hats. I'm like, I want it to be like more like neutral, gender neutral, something that we can wear with outfits. Because I feel like a lot of hats that are out there for the theme parks are very loud, and I'm like, gosh, I don't want to have to like. I don't know. I wanted a hat that I can just wear effortlessly without thinking like, oh, does my hat fit this outfit? Knowing that this hat's probably gonna fit everything.
Well, I mean, that's kind of the people that we are. I mean, a lot everything that we come out, like all of our products that we come out with is based on like what we like personally,
Yes.
right? Um
It's a good way to start figuring
yeah.
out your products. What do you like? What do you want to do? What's
Yeah.
your passion?
And we liked, well, I love wearing like black. I mean, Alex was not a loud person too. She loved wearing like neutral colors already, so then that's why we were like, when we do these bucket hats, let's just do neutral colors because that's
Yeah.
what we like. Like,
And then we launched fanny packs to go along with it because, bags and hats go together.
yeah.
So we started with a very small quantity and we launched it
Mhm.
at Boo Bash.
And
And we have, and you guys might know her. You might know her. Tutski. She came by our booth. She was like one of the first. They have influencer hour, I think is what it's called, right? Or media hour, sorry.
I don't know what they call it, but it's basically like 1 hour before it opens to the public, they allow, I don't
Yeah.
know, like vendors to shop, and also they invite like people like influencers and media people to help kind of like, I think the idea is to help them like record content so that it can I don't know, so
Yeah,
that
to help advertise
yeah,
other small
advertise. There you go.
all the small businesses there.
Hmm
Yeah, exactly. So, anyways, during the media hour, I guess a couple of or influencers came by our booth, and they like instantly fell in love. Tootsky being one of them, and then they threw it right on their hat. I mean, on their head as soon as they bought it, they were wearing it, and I think just having them as like walking advertisements,
It spread like a virus.
like in a good way, a good virus.
Yeah, like yeah. So one person wore it, and then I think some
More people just saw, and then
vendors
vendors
bought it too, and
too.
they had it at their booth, and they were saying like, "Oh, they're over there." Like, just know that we were still nobody. Like nobody really knew us.
Yeah.
Um,
They didn't
and
know our name. They're just like, "Oh, you guys the bucket hat people." Like, we didn't even know our names are simply magical. They just knew that we were selling bucket hats.
and we sold out of certain styles
Pretty much that
the
the
first
day we
day.
launched it, and then the next morning, I meant maybe we had like a handful left.
I think you put
I
a
put a
couple
handful on the
on
side
the
because I
side
didn't
for the
realize how
next day for
fast.
the people on Sunday. We don't know if there's like new people that come in on Sunday. So if you guys don't know, Boo Bash is 2 days, a Saturday and Sunday event.
Yeah, so we put a couple on the side because when I saw them, like it was like disappearing. I was like, "Oh my gosh, we're not gonna have any left for tomorrow."
Yep.
So yeah,
Word got out.
we got out real quickly. Like, oh my
As
gosh,
soon as
that
we
was.
opened on Sunday, they came right to our booth.
I guess if you have to share a success story, that was the initial success story for us and how we kind of got out there. So finding a pop up to do it at the right pop up, and then having people fall in love with the products that you did. I mean,
Yep.
that was kind of like how it became hats. Like it's so funny. Like now we spent 14,000 plus on the laser machine, and now we're doing hats. It's
Yeah. And then the laser is literally just made to make that sign.
But I mean, our hats did pay off for laser. So I mean, like in the same way, I'm like, okay, it doesn't feel as bad. I'm like, okay, well, at least we made our money back.
Yeah, and the laser still helps us in ways for ourselves, and also like we
Business. Yeah.
other friends and families love, we bless them with like wood stuff too.
I mean, we have it on the side. We always thought about selling it, but I'm like, oh, it's just a good thing to have just in case. Like we're never able to, if we're not able to do hats anymore. I don't know. That whole thing that happened with the tariffs a couple months ago, we were thinking like, oh my gosh, we're gonna have to go back to
Yeah.
doing laser engraving. So I think now we're like, okay, we're just gonna hold on to it. Just as I mean, it's paid off. Like it's not like so we're
Yeah.
like, let's just
Well,
hold on to it.
well,
just in case. But anyways, that was like our success story, and that's how we ended up on hats. And I think that was
And we
one
just
of
kept going, kept the ball rolling from there,
I know.
kept evolving, kept thinking of
Actually,
new
I
ideas.
have a question. So from CD or XCD Design, she said, "How did you gain the confidence to expand your business? Like, how did you decide what products to add to your line, basically, and beyond? Like, how did you come up with that? I know you're going into it already."
Are you talking? Well, when we pulled the trigger, I mean, we talked about when we pulled the trigger with the initial bucket hats, right?
No, yeah. So she's asking, how did we decide to add on to that? Like, whether it's designs, because
Oh,
obviously we
okay.
did so much more since then. Like, that was the initial start. Was
I think if it wasn't for the like I don't know if you want I don't know if the word I want to use is popularity, but if it wasn't for that rush, that like feeling like people wanted our items at Boo Bash, if it wasn't for that day, I don't think like I think sorry, that day gave us motivation to go in the direct to continue with this product. We saw so much people loving it, so we're like, you know what? Let's just pump all of our ideas into mouse-eared headwear and just go with it. So then from that day of Boo
mm-hmm.
Bash, we
Oh,
went back to the drawing board.
you guys, literally that night of Boo Bash, we placed a reorder for these hats because people
That's right.
were just like, "When are you gonna have more? When are you gonna?" I'm like, "Oh, I
That's
don't
right.
know." So we placed a reorder that night, like
Yeah.
literally that
Oh,
night.
and then I still remember when we did our online drop. That was our first online
Oh
drop.
yeah,
Was
let's
the
talk about that.
restock. It was we announced the restock of the three hats that we had at Boo Bash because they all sold out. And then I I don't know, that drop was insane.
Yeah, that was an insane drop on like
The
that
amount
was
of
can you
orders that
imagine? We
that's
went
into
from like our very first drop where it was like just a couple from friends and
couple
family.
friends. I
And
don't
we
know.
did this next drop. And I think like our first one, I'll just give numbers. I think we had like over
I'm pretty sure it was
150,
yeah,
maybe a little bit more than that. 150 orders. That's
something
orders,
like
not
that.
items. Like and then every order. I remember it took us like 3 nights of just packing orders for our first that was
But
our
that was
first
also
launch.
our first
Big one.
time doing online orders,
Oh,
so
we
we
were
were
so
still trying
scared.
to figure out how to
Like how to do the
use.
shipping, how to do
We
packages.
didn't
Like
know
it was oh
anything.
my gosh, we were babies. We were
Yeah.
little babies.
So that's probably why it took us so long, but I don't know.
We grew. We definitely learned a lot since then for sure.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah.
but going back to that, we did the reorder, and then like I told you, we always had the thoughts of doing mouse ear baseball caps as well. So we pulled the trigger on that.
Actually, that was I felt like that was in the works right after Boo Bash. Like
Yeah, right
we
after.
saw how successful the bucket hats were,
We brought in a
and
couple more designs, though, the mouse ear hats
yeah.
before the
But
baseball
like
cap.
what I'm trying to say is that like the baseball cap, the mouse ear baseball caps were definitely like was like
The round.
in our mind already after
Yeah.
Boo Bash. We're like we got to do baseball caps too, but obviously it takes time.
Yeah, we had to figure that's like a whole new product, right? Mouse ear bucket hats versus baseball caps. We wanted to fine tune it. It took us a while, like months. I don't think we launched it until February,
You
March.
want to talk real quick about the baseball caps?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So let's talk. So remember how I was telling you guys about like how we pick like neutral colors, why we like neutral stuff, and it's because me and Alex like we like neutral stuff. So the baseball caps was kind of easy because I'm a huge hat
Oh,
person.
Preston loves his hats.
Yeah, and
Loves it.
I love my hats. I started the first hats that I was wearing was I used to wear a lot of fitted hats, and I love the snapbacks. That was like my thing. I love the snapback fitted hats, and so I used to buy a lot of from like Fitted Hawaii, all their hats and stuff, and then I started getting into these baseball caps, and these baseball caps are very specific. I don't like dad hats, and like I like specifically this cap, the way it's made. So it was kind of
Hmm.
easy because I love this hat and this style, and because I had the hats, it was really easy for us to kind of like transform like these ideas into like what you guys see now, the mouse eared baseball caps, right?
Hmm. Yeah. So I think the bucket hats are more my style, and then I kind of relied on Preston with the baseball caps because I honestly, you guys, I don't wear hats,
Well, you know
and Preston
what?
did.
Sorry,
Yeah.
this is why I feel like our company does so well is because half of our company is like a woman's perspective,
Right.
and then we have my perspective on men. So it's up to me to decide like or to come up with ideas. I mean, we both help on both sides, but what
Hmm.
I'm trying to say is that like having me as a guy, knowing what a guy wants and how a guy likes to style himself, definitely has helped us. Like I knew that I wanted like these baseball caps. I knew that it was in. Um, So then we pulled the trigger and then we went with it, and then we just launched our dad hats and
Yeah, I meant like, well, after our mouse ear baseball caps, we did these mama hats.
overstimulated mama.
And it was for Mother's Day. It was just to try it out. Like it was supposed to be a fun little Mother's Day. It was at Milani, I think, their
I don't
Mother's
think we
Day.
thought anything of it. Like
Yeah,
we
we were
were
like,
just
oh,
like,
let's just
yeah.
do this for fun. I told Preston, he's like, okay, sure. So I literally only ordered a little bit of it,
Hmm.
and then those things flew off the shelves like
Oh,
almost
it was hot.
faster than our Mickey baseball caps. Like it's so crazy, like how things just. I'm just telling you guys as we're going along because I know people are asking like, how do you know what products to drop next? How do you do this?
Um,
Honestly, and I'm gonna tell you how that overstimulated mama hat came along. I was sitting on the couch one day working on business stuff. Okay, so working on the business. I'm nursing my daughter. My other toddler is like, Mom, 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 Mom. And then my husband's like trying to get my attention because he's trying to ask me a question. I think I had something to do with dinner. And then I have Miss Rachel blasting in the background. Like, oh my gosh. I just remember like staring blankly ahead. Like, just, I was so out of it. I'm like, I'm overstimulated. And then I'm like, ding. I'm like, oh, maybe I should put that on a hat.
yep.
And then that's how it
We went to the
happened.
drawing board. We started. We
Yeah,
started
I
cooking up
told Preston my
some.
idea, and then he helped whip together a logo, and then we fine tuned it together.
I think yeah. So when we were thinking of overseeing mom, we were also like, oh, why don't we just like do like make a dad logo? So that's how long like we've been like working
Oh,
on like dad hats, but we never like until now we never like pulled the trigger and was like, let's just do it, right?
yeah.
So I don't know if you guys seen, but then we've launched two different like logos of the dad hats. Like I don't know, let us know if you guys
Oh yeah.
want in the comments. Like which one did you guys like? We have the Daddy F Energy, the one I'm wearing now, and then we also have Daddy Kind Vibes, which is a play off of the Overstimulated Mama. Like we use the same like font and how it's arranged.
And then we have like a cute little saying in the back. So for the moms, it says, I need a minute. And for the dads, it says, I make cute
I
babies.
make
That's
cute
just like our
babies.
brand. That's like our thing. Like it looks
Yeah,
super cute in the front, and the back is like a funny little tagline.
yeah.
Um,
So I don't know. We went. It was hard, guys. Like designing these hats. Like I wanted to design something that everybody likes, and I think we hit it on the head. Like
It's crazy. Like, I mean, I think we're just honestly doing what we want. Like, we're not copying anybody's like trends, you know? Like, we see things out there and we're not trying to jump on the trend wagon because we're not trying to compete with like a bunch of people. I'm just like, what do people want? Like, that's the best thing I think about being an entrepreneur right now is like, I get to make, or we get to make things that we want.
mhm.
Like, I'm like, geez, how cute would it be to have an overstimulated mama hat? I'd wear that.
And you know what? I think me and Alex, I'm not trying to boast, but I think me and Alex, we have the eye. Like when I say that, like the eye, I mean like we know like what will look good and what doesn't. There's been many times, I'll just be honest. There's been many times where I designed something and then Alex was like, "No, I don't like it. It doesn't look good." So we go back to the drawing board, back and forth until we come
Oh,
out with
yeah.
what you guys see now. The overstimulated mama logo. I can show you guys. It started off with just like a bunch of crap just put
Oh,
together, and then we
so
finally
much.
came up with
We
Overseeing
made
Mama.
like 30 mock ups,
I
guys.
mean, why don't you guys look at the sign that's behind you guys? We
That took a
designed
while
that
too.
too. So like, it
Designing logos is a good thing that we can. I guess it's one of our strengths, and thankfully,
yeah.
we don't really do prints on our hats because that would be like, oh my gosh, I don't think I can. I can keep up with doing prints. I know so much companies do it,
Yeah,
but
we're not really like a print company, but we love like designing logos. So we do all of our own designing for the most part, and
and colors, and then it's just playing with colors and materials,
yeah,
which is like fun.
we're getting better at it.
Yeah, we're getting better. But that's kind of like the really detailed story on how we became who we became. And people asking like how do you bring in new products, invest more money? Well, it's just we start off with small quantities every time we launch something new. So like these bucket hats, the Boo Bash was, we had a small quantity. The mama hats are a small quantity. The baseball caps are a small quantity. But then once we realize like it's a hit, then we're like, okay, let's go all in on this, and then we expand from there. So that would be my suggestion if
It's
you're trying to
called I call it testing the waters.
testing the waters.
Yeah.
But you also want to make sure the new products you're bringing in would be attractive to
Well,
the
it's something that
current
you like,
customers
right?
you already have too, right? Because then I'm not going to do something so totally far off and like sell soaps. If we're selling like bucket hats, like to us, bucket hats, okay, baseball caps make sense. Oh,
Mm-hmm.
everybody that goes to the theme parks, most of them are like families. We have a lot of parents that follow us. Like, oh, I can reach them. Oh, mom hats, dad hats. Like, it just makes sense. You relate everything that you sell to each other so that, when people come to our booths, a lot of times they're not just buying one thing, they're buying like a bunch of
Yeah.
different things because it makes
Hmm.
sense. We want to be a one stop shop, right?
I think people consider us like their OOTD, their one stop shop when they go on their trips. Now that we have over so many mama and dad hats, like now they're like, you know, buying hats from us that they just want to wear. Like we wanted to, I mean, the mom and dad hats was basically we wanted to create something that is not only used like at the parks, right? We wanted somebody to bring in a product that you guys
Every
can wear
day.
like every day, an everyday hat or whatever you guys want to do. I know there's some of you also who buy our hats and they're like, it's too nice to wear out in public. Actually, I was talking to one of our customers earlier today, and she said that she might need two hats because she said like, oh, I need one hat to like sweat in and work out in. I need one hat to go out, which is thank you, by the way. That's
Oh.
awesome to hear that. I've never heard anything like that. Like buy two hats, like one for going out, one for staying home.
Well, it's funny though, because we also have customers that wear a mouse ear bucket hats out, like not even at the parks, just here in Hawaii. Like I think we saw a few at Made in Hawaii. We surprisingly we saw one on
Right.
the news.
I mean,
Like
why not,
somebody
right? I
wearing our
mean,
hat on the
why
news.
not?
I was just laughing, but yeah, no, it's great. I mean, hey, use it. People like love rocking the mouse ear hats, but we also created the everyday kind of wear for people. So I meant this is just the beginning, you guys. We have so much things like up our sleeves that we want to still do. So going back to finding your niche, that was kind of how we found our niche. Was like testing the waters. What do we want? What do we like? I had headaches. I want something cute on my head, like mouse ear bucket hats. You
Yeah,
know,
she was overstimulated. She wanted a mama hat.
I know, created that. So
I
it's
was
just
like, why you get a mama hat? I want a dad hat. So now we have dad hats. You know what I mean? So
I
like, I don't
know.
know. You
You
never
get a
know.
hat. You get a hat.
You never know. Honestly, we're always looking for opportunities to grow. We're always thinking of like, what's the next idea, and
Yeah, we're always thinking of the next thing. Like, of course.
Kiala, I want to say Kiala gave us one of the best advices is what, which is help motivate us for this podcast is that if you guys have an idea and you're just thinking about it,
Yeah.
just go for it. Like, don't wait on it. Just take that leap, go for
Hmm.
it. And then like, what's the worst is like, it doesn't work out. Go to the next idea, right?
Right. Right. And so, anyways, I think that's just how we did it. So thankfully, like we didn't have to really um, chase trends in a way to get the products that we have. It was just not everybody is lucky that way though, and I think you just have to rely on what you want to do. What is your passion instead of just trying to create something that everybody else wants to buy and just because you see it selling at somebody else's booth and now you're going to try to sell it cuz you want a piece of that. Like I think just start genuinely from yourself. Like what do you want to do? Like what do you love to do? All that kind of stuff would be great.
Yeah, I sorry, somebody was just coming in. I think it's fine. I think it's cool to like be inspired by other companies, and obviously, like our hat was inspiration as well. And then the mouse ear bucket has inspiration as well from the headbands and all that. But I think I think it's important to find something that resonates with yourself, something that you're passionate about. Because if it's I forgot what the quote was. It was something like, if you love your
What you
job, love what you do as a
uh-huh.
job, then you don't have to ever work a
Yeah.
day in your life or something like that.
Mhm.
And that's how I feel like when we do our job. I mean, sometimes it can be hectic, but for the most part, like we enjoy what we do. We enjoy seeing you guys with our products. I love designing our stuff. I edit all of our videos. I love editing videos too because that's something else that I also love. Anything creative, I love doing.
Actually, let's you want to go into it? Like what do we do like
For video
separately?
editing, sure.
Yeah, so I think a lot of people have questions like what does Preston do? What do I do? Um I guess just roles and responsibilities. So who does what in the business? You want to go first? What do you kind of
Sure. Okay. What do I do? What do Alex do? And if you know, you know.
definitely.
I mean, unless you're
Or
watching this
maybe
now, then
should
now you
I
know.
start? I have a shorter list probably than
Okay. Oh
Preston.
yeah. All that. Okay, go ahead.
So a lot of people have the misconception that this business is like, it did start girly because I started the business as Simply Magical. It was primarily like stuff that I wanted to do. So we did Simply Magical, and it sounds girly, yes, and a lot of stuff was girly at first, but this business, you guys, this is Preston's full time job. So my job, I mean, his full time job actually is the kids, and then
Yeah. Kids first.
kids first. And then obviously this business. So I don't do this full time. I do this like on the side. I help with. So I have a full time job doing. I said marketer. So people must have thought that I was talking about a telemarketer, but I actually do marketing. So I've been When I graduated with a marketing degree, and I went into working for multiple corporations in the last 15 years. They're larger corporations, not small businesses tailored. So it's a little different doing marketing from the small business, but not so different. So one of my strengths for this business is, doing the website, doing the branding part of it, doing the social media aspect of posts and
Wait, pause. Isn't okay? I know I don't like. I like. I like boasting about like it's awesome. Okay, the way our company works is so awesome. Like Alex was made for this. Like she literally went to school. Like she does all of our marketing. Like how awesome is it that like how our strengths can come together to create Simply Magical.
right.
Like okay, you got Preston, the creative one, who like I love designing, I love editing, like stuff like that. Then you have Alex, who's super like she knows how to
Things look
like sell the
branding wise.
product, brand it, like she knows what to like write in our posts, how to like design our Instagram posts and all this kind of stuff, how to arrange our design our website and all this kind of stuff. Like that's all what Alex does. And I just wanted to say like it just like it the way we complement each other, I feel like is just why our company is what it is right
Hmm.
now. And I'm grateful for that.
Yeah, no, definitely playing off each other's strengths. Like it's crazy. Like every time we talk about it, and even when it comes to designing and creative minds, I don't think I went into like why I'm a creative person and how I started my creative side. I grew up, you guys. I'm a big nerd. I grew up drawing anime. I love drawing. From like a little girl, I used to have like all my comic books that I used to draw in. Um, and then that's when I went into marketing because it's still like artsy and creative, and you still kind of make more money versus like just being kind of, you know, like a just drawing. I don't think I could become like an anime artist. That was my dream growing up. I want to make my own anime. But realistically, I started doing marketing. So I started off with digital marketing. So I did all of the websites for the companies I did social media. Yeah, anything digital. So like display ads, everything along those realms. And then now I'm doing more traditional marketing. I would say I'm a well-rounded marketer. I've done everything. I've done emails. I've designing emails, designing direct mailers. Um, I actually did events too, so I'm really good at like looking at pop-up spaces and like
Mm-hmm.
figuring out like, okay, this looks good. So the
Right.
aesthetic of our booth is what I kind of envision. But
Yep.
Preston, once again, we complement each other so well. He's like the handyman, like he knows how to design it. I'll be like, can we make something like this? Like, what if we do this and this? And he'll be like, yep, I can do it. This is what I need, kind of a thing. So we just worked hand in hand that way. Um, but yeah, I think that's the gist of it. And so a lot of people, and I'm just gonna start here and I'm gonna pass the baton. A lot of people think when they're talking to us or messaging us on Instagram, like a Preston rolling his eyes because he knows. But it's totally okay, guys. I would totally think it was a girl running the Instagram. So I do Instagram, but I only really do the social media posts, the stories. I am not the person messaging in the DMs. That's Preston, the person emailing. I'll let him take it over. But what are your thoughts on that? Like, whenever, let's share a funny story. You want to share a story about that?
Oh, wait. Forget now. Okay, yeah. So, hi guys. I am the hands that's typing to you behind your phone when you're talking to us on Instagram. It's funny. Okay, so like I basically had to teach myself. Okay, this is how it first started. Alex was like started it off like messaging on Instagram, and then she was like,
Too
this
much.
is too much work for her to handle. So
Right.
she basically had to like give um that duty to me so that I can help
Oh my
out.
gosh.
And I was like, sure, I can do it. And then, but I think I was afraid to like say it's me. So what I did is I kind of like studied the lingo on how she was like writing stuff, and I can probably say that I
Can you give me an
feel
example?
that I have the women lingo when I talk to people. Examples, I don't know, emojis like, oh, like it's always like, oh my gosh, hey sis, like yes, oh like, we have it in
Yes.
stock, like you know the emojis like heart, like hand heart, or like I don't know, it's just
His new favorite emoji, guys, is the one. So Bobby, if you know Bobby,
oh yeah, shout out to Bobby. Yeah,
shout
she
out to
uses like
Bobby. What is
period. I don't know, she says like
period?
period, like, and
That's
then she uses
Preston's
that
new
emoji. I
favorite
love that
one.
emoji, by the way. I love that emoji. But okay, so like that's how I started. I started talking back to people, and I didn't say it was Alex, right? And then not then we offered at one point we were offering. I think we kind of offer it still to this date if if you ask for it, but we do like local pickup. So there would be, a bunch of like women who are like trying to order stuff, for their trip, for their husbands, and whatnot, and they'd be like, "Oh, can I like? Is it possible to do local pickup?" And I'm like, "Sure, we can do local pickup. Here's our address. Like, come." And then
Oh my gosh.
they show up, right? They show up, and then they see like me come out, and I'm like, "Hey, what
No,
is
no,
that? What is that
no.
movie?"
No, wait, can we like, "Hey, how you doing?" Like that TikTok,
No, no, no. But
voice?
like, what was that? What is that movie?
Oh.
Like, it's me,
Jessica.
Jessica. But it's like it's so funny, like seeing their face. They're expecting like Alex to
Well,
come out.
okay, sometimes we have been like or he'll text them like, "Oh, sorry, I'm sending my husband
Oh yeah,
outside."
yeah. So like, I'll sorry. I know I don't lie. I'm not a liar, by the way. But like, it's so funny. Sometimes I'll like message you guys and being like, "Oh, I'm sorry, I'm busy right now. I'm sending my husband. And it's only me because maybe Alex is
I
working
was
at the time,
busy. And
right?"
if I'm home though, he'll be like, "Hey, somebody's here to pick up an order. Can you run it outside?" And I'll do that. But if I'm busy with the kids or if I'm not
Yeah.
home or
So the
whatever.
majority it's me, and I'm running out these orders to them, and it's just me. And I don't know. It's just funny. I don't know. It was a fun time. It was fun learning the women lingo. It was fun
Okay.
seeing their expressions when they see me come out. But um I think now I've been more open, and then like I let everybody know that I talk to. That's why I said if you know, you know. A lot of our small business friends, like, they know it's me behind the
Yeah, so
phone.
Preston is I like to call him our collab manager. He does all of the collabs that we do, like the messaging and stuff. Like it's so hard. Like I'll finish work and I'm literally have like 100 messages in our group
Yeah.
chats. I'm like, oh my gosh, he just will tell me like the gist of it. So anybody that's worked with us directly, they've probably worked with Preston. I mean, I'm definitely still in there, so I'll like,
She'll get.
chime
I'll
in.
usually like summarize. Like I love to keep Alex like in the gist, and I love having her a part. Like I mean, it is our company, right? So I usually give her like the gist at the end, but like all that stuff, all the talking, all the like
The
it's all like
logistics.
I do it all, and then I fill her in after. And then Alex is more of like the cherry on top. She definitely comes in, make sure everything is like nice and tidy before it releases to you guys. I think that's kind of like how we do it. So like
Mhm.
for an example, it's like, let me give you like our dad, our mom has like, I'll like give up some designs, and then she'll like look through it, she'll like it, she'll change a little bit of it, and then we have what she's wearing on her head. And even with color schemes, like
Mhm.
I'll make mock-ups, and then I'll show it to her, and then she'll pick which one she likes. So it is definitely like, without Alex, the company would not be what it is today, and without me, the company would not
Yeah.
be what it is today. So we, like Alex said, we play off each other's strengths, and then we come together and we come to agreements. And then I know I want to get into this. I know somebody asked, do we argue?
Oh yeah. How is it running a business with your other half?
Yeah.
The first thing I gotta say is if you want to test your marriage, start a business. 'Cause it's so true. I mean, I can't even like we have done numerous pop-ups, guys. And when we tell you we see the couples bickering off on the sides that they're setting up
Oh, it's
and
real,
like
guys. I
it's
know. I'm letting you know right now. I'm pretty sure every single like couple company that you guys see on, I
oh,
know. I know what goes on behind doors. I know you guys. You guys are just like us. We hide it when we at
yes.
our pop-ups, but then we know we bicker a lot. But one of our friends actually told us it's not. We're not like fighting like relationship-wise. I'm not
Oh, it's
fighting like,
Reese, I think. Reese
yeah.
told us
I'm
that.
not fighting with her. Like, you're fighting, or you're having your own opinions, and you're arguing and discussing about the business. Like,
Yeah.
you're disagreeing about business. And that's the thing, is like, we never clash as a couple. We clash with the business because Alex has her point of view of something, and I have my point of view of something. And
Oh
sometimes
yeah.
those point of views and ideas do
Oh
not
my gosh. And if
mesh
we can't
together.
agree on something, like we're super headstrong, like I don't like this and he doesn't like this, we just don't do it.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, I mean, well, recently we've been more open to asking like our friends
Oh
and
yeah, or
family
that.
on what they think. So it's like, I'll design something, and then she was like, I don't like it, and then she designed something, and then we're like, you know what? Let's
Hey,
just go ask. Let's go ask your mom. Let's go ask your mom.
let's go ask your friend. Let's go
Or let's
ask
go
your
ask her. Let's go.
coworkers.
Let's go ask them and see what they think. And they're like, yeah, they liked my idea, or didn't they?
So I apologize to all our friends and family. We always ask them questions like, "Do you like this? Do you like that?" But honestly, I think we're gonna try to get more out there with asking customers. Maybe do like a close friends group on
Oh, that's
Instagram.
why. That's why I recently made. Our friend Paige told us that you can do like this. You can select individual people that you want to add as your close friend on Instagram, and then you can share stories and share it only to your close friends. So I think I made that group. We'll start rolling that out soon.
Yeah, and I think our ideal is also to include maybe some customers, some loyal customers that we've had in the past that really love our stuff. We
Yeah,
really want to get people's opinions. Like every time we launch something, we're thinking, okay, this is what I like, but will everybody like? We're always putting ourselves in somebody else's perspective because I think that's so important. Like just because you like something doesn't mean it's going to take off. Like you have to think of the perspective
I
of a
know, I know.
customer.
Actually, I want that to be a tip also to all you small businesses out there, especially the ones that are just starting. Is that just because you like it, just know I know it's complicated, but just because you like it and that's your style doesn't mean everyone else is gonna like it, right? So um I think having like friends and family that you can
Yes.
ask for their opinions on what they think about a product, right? I'm sure like all you, for example, like all you bakers out there, you bake something for the first time, right? And then you try it, you think just because you like it, everyone else is gonna like it. Probably not. So I think it's important to let like
Please
ask
be
around.
honest and be honest when you give opinions
Oh,
because
yeah, and if you're the friend that gives the opinions on your other friend's small business, please be honest with them because if you're not honest with them and it's not good, you're just hurting them.
yeah, they're gonna invest all this money in a product that was not gonna be good. Like I prefer somebody being blank and honest with their feedback, so I can make it better before I invest like how much money into this
Yeah, just
product.
like our podcast, or I don't know, Alex's friend was like, I don't think you should like your feet is showing inside the video, or like your and then Alex like the first thing she was like, your crotch is showing, and I'm like, okay, so you see the feedback, right, and
We
then you make the
changed.
changes,
We make the
right?
changes.
That's how it works. So
But yeah, I guess going back into like how do we work together without stepping on each other's toes? That was another question that was asked.
I think we still been figuring it out to this
I
day.
know we're still figuring it out because I meant like sometimes we get so passionate that we have to like take a break and be like, okay, you know what? How about you step away, go
I
play
know
a game.
sometimes it gets too much, and then yeah, I think it's important to step away, to have boundaries, and we're still figuring it out. I think for the most part, me and Alex have the same taste. We know, but she has. We have to understand she has a women perspective. I have a men's perspective, and it's
Hmm.
very different. Um,
Hence, look at our hats. I meant like we had to have some kind of like something that complements each other, which was the print. But I'm like, okay, well, I don't think I'd want a hat like that. What you're wearing, black. I think girls like more lighter color stuff,
yeah,
like cream or whatever the case may
you know,
be.
guys, a lot of thought goes into the products that you guys
Yeah.
are wearing from us. Yeah. So
Ah, gosh. So I guess what was that? Was that the last question? I think in terms of like how do we work together? But
that was the last question that was asked.
no, just in terms of
Oh yeah, yeah, that one.
stepping on each other's toes. And like I said, we have strengths, we have weaknesses, and I think both me and Preston are very headstrong people. We
Oh
have
yeah, we're
very
both.
strong opinions.
I know it. That's another thing is that like me and Alex are both like captains, if that makes sense. Like we both want to be in charge, take charge, and like obviously that doesn't mesh. So it takes we're learning to
Compromise.
compromise. That's probably our number one like word that we love using is compromise. If I like something really good and then she doesn't really like it, she's like, okay, let's compromise. Like I don't know
Yeah.
what's an example. Like if I like a color of like a hat, I really want like let's say like maroon, and then she was like, I don't like maroon. Let's compromise. Let's put like maybe not the whole hat maroon. Maybe we'll put maroon on the bill so
Or
that you
under
can
the
or
bill
under the
or
bill so you can
something.
have your color that you want. But then maybe it's not so loud. So we come with compromisations, and then we figure out like we go from there. So we're learning, and then we're definitely getting better, and that's like the main thing. As long as we're like getting better at working together, then it's fine.
Yeah, I think so too. So I think we're kind of nearing the time of this episode. So the another part that I really want to talk about is obviously work-life balance. Like, how do you make time for the kids? But maybe we'll save that for the next episode. Um,
I think we can do like probably one more question.
One more
Yeah.
question. So actually, I have a question. Um, hmm. This is one of the random questions that we got from our post, and it's totally off topic, but I think it's just kind of a funny little
Funny.
thing to
Oh,
end up on.
sure. Yeah.
So from Bit of Sugar, she asked, I'd love to hear some stories about the strangest or rudest shoppers you've ever encountered.
Hmm. I don't know. You want to start? Do you have one
Okay.
in mind?
So I don't want to say rude.
Strangest or rudest?
I
So
don't know if it's strange or, well, okay.
we can go strange. I have one.
I
You want me
have
to
a
start?
rude one. Maybe, okay, it's
Okay, I'll
semi
do the
rude.
strange. You do rude.
Okay, okay. So for my rude one, I meant like thankfully, like we have such amazing like I hate the word customers. Can we use something else? Like friends.
Friends,
Okay, amazing friends that shop with us, right?
magical friends.
Magical friends. Um, and honestly, we connect so well with everybody. Like, I don't know if it's just because we live in Hawaii or whatnot, but everybody's so nice and so sweet. And so we would have sales every once in a while. So, like, we had a sale on, usually when we have sales, it's on specific designs or styles, right? And then sometimes people don't necessarily read the sale or see, like, it was only for this specific design. And when they go home, they see the receipt. I just got like a message just kind of complaining about that. Like, oh, I was supposed to get it. That was it. Like, really, we have no crazy stories, but it was just that one, which was, I think, maybe more of a
I
misunderstanding.
probably had more stories when I used to be a server
Yeah,
in a
I probably
restaurant.
have more of the stranger customers, like, yeah, in the food
But
industry. Oh my
honestly, the
gosh.
people that come and shop with us at our craft fairs, they're
Oh my
awesome.
gosh. I have no rude story. That's like the
And you know
rudest
what?
that I can think of.
There's been a couple times that I've like when I was packing orders, I accidentally sent like the wrong
Oh my
item,
gosh.
and then
Yes.
you guys are so sweet, like the way you guys like message like, oh, sorry to bother you, but I think by chance, I one of my items were
Mixed up.
mixed up or something, and then we obviously we make it
Oh,
right, we fix it, but like you guys are
automatically.
like so nice about that, and can we just please continue with that?
Yes. Thank you. We appreciate you so
I try my
much.
best, I try my best not to like mess up on the orders. We double check
Oh.
our work, and we
Yeah,
try to
it's a
figure it
learning
out.
process. I think we had more errors on our orders at the beginning, and it's getting better and
It's getting
better.
better. Yeah.
But when we did wood, that was like a really hard one, yeah, because the way things are delivered, things would fall out of place or break, and it was just like, ugh, that was a horrid story. But people were so nice about it. What was your strange one?
So I think it's strange. It's strange to me, but it's also like super heartfelt, and awesome to experience. But we at one of our events, it was I think it was at Mililani High School. We had a line because we didn't open our booth until like when the craft fair started, and I like crazy enough we had like people already lining up at our booth. But anyways, it was the very first person in our line, and she was like a really nice auntie.
Actually, it wasn't even strange though. It was actually, if
No, no,
any,
no. Well, I that's what I'm getting to. So it's like it was super cool, but it was strange. It was like I've never. It was strange to me because it had never happened. I have never witnessed something like that. Okay, so anyways,
oh,
we open our booth. I mean, the whole craft fair started, so we were like, okay, you guys can shop now. So she comes in, and you know those like those TV shows where they go. They're only given like 30 seconds or something to shop at like a Walmart or something. And you whatever you can fit into your shopping cart, you get to take home. It felt like that because as soon as we opened, she was like, boom, let me get that, let me get this, let me get this. And then she went to I was checking her out, and then I was like, she asked me, she was like, did I grab one of everything? Like, can you check? Can you double check? And did I grab one of everything? And we're like, yeah, I think you did. But I've never had anybody like that. Like literally, she bought everything
oh,
from
she was there
us.
early. It was almost like a Black Friday. Oh, it was a Black Friday thing that we were doing. I think like a Black Friday sale, or I can't
No,
remember.
I don't think we had a sale.
No, it was a grab bags. Like the first 20 customers got
Oh yeah,
like
we
a
were doing
mystery
like
bag from
we
us
were
for
trying to
free.
yeah we were trying to give back to like our customers. So we did like first 20 customers in line get like something. But I don't even think she cared about
Yeah,
the
I think
thing.
she just wanted
She
the new
just
stuffs
wanted
that
like
we
all of
dropped.
our stuff. And later we found from like other businesses is that she's a really big like small business supporter, and she
Oh,
doesn't like she does this for like other small businesses too. And she loves like buying stuff like because she doesn't I guess like the story behind it is that she doesn't only buy for herself, she buys it for like her families, her friends, or for gifts and all that kind of stuff. So I mean, she bought one of everything from her, and it was strange to me, but it was awesome to see.
oh, well, that's a good one. We appreciate. I wish we got her name. Do you know her name?
I don't
But we honestly have so much amazing, magical friends.
magical friends.
Magical
Thank you
friends. We
guys.
love
Thank
you
you
guys
guys.
so much. Okay, so we are excited because we have a very special guest coming on, you guys. Like, of course, we're gonna have to bring this one in. And as soon as we bring this person in, you guys are gonna be like, of course, like why we saw that one coming. You guys probably saw that one coming. But we are also going to be bringing on Keala for a second episode. So something new that we wanted to do is I created I think like a Google's form thing where it allows everybody to or anybody to input a question. So for any of our upcoming special guests or for us, and it's all anonymous. because I think we want this podcast to be as authentic and raw as possible. And if people are put on the spot, like, and their names are tied to like maybe a question, maybe they won't want to ask it. And we want people to feel
Yeah.
very comfortable to ask like the most,
I don't know. Ask. Well, basically, just ask whatever you guys want to ask. It's
yes,
anonymous. Ask the hard questions. Like,
ask the hard
what's
questions,
the worst is like if we feel like maybe it's not a appropriate question, then we just won't
answer
answer
it.
it. But we want like hard hitting questions. We want good questions. So if you guys have any follow up questions for Kiala, please,
We'll
we'll
put it
post it.
inside the description down below so
Oh,
you can
okay.
input it. And then we're probably going to do that for a couple of our guests. Yeah, it'll be all anonymous. And of course, though, we just ask that if you do submit a question, it's done respectfully. We're
Yeah.
not trying to
Bash anybody.
bash anybody at all or bring up names. We're never going to bring up a business name. So please just keep that in mind when you're submitting questions. And then we'll narrow it down and then we'll bring it up to our special guests as they come. So the link is down below, which is going to be available for Kiala. And of course, you can also tailor the questions to just directly me and Preston too if you have a question for us. And then we'll include that in the next episode. But reminder again, we want you guys to please, if you guys like this podcast, you want more episodes like this, you want more special guests, please subscribe to our YouTube channel. Thank you guys for also following us on Instagram, following us on Simply Magical, because obviously that's what's funding this whole podcast. So we appreciate that. And yeah, was there anything else?
No, that's it. Thank you guys, and I hope you guys are excited for the next episode and our special guest because we are.
Yeah, very much excited. So with that, thank you for tuning in to Mind
Mind
Yo
Yo
Business.
Business.
We'll see you guys in the next episode.
Thank you guys.
Bye. Okay, good job, babe. High five. Leave me hanging.